3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die, 1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne. In the land of Mordor where the shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
Welcome to Cracking the Cryptic and to J.R.R. Tolkien Day. Don't worry, this is not a new edition of the ARG. This is a puzzle dedicated to J.R.R. Tolkien because January the 3rd is his birthday, and around the world, devotees, particularly of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, like to raise a glass at 9 p.m. and toast the professor, apparently. That's what I learn, and Tolkien indeed was born on this day. So Pete Craig has created a puzzle based on that verse that we just heard, with the 1 ring to rule them all, and we see that ring in the grid. And the verse also then mentions the 9 rings of the mortal men, the 7 rings of the dwarf kings, and the 3 rings of the elf kings, I think. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if 1973 spelt out the year Tolkien died, say? That couldn't have happened, could it? Or that the age he reached was the same number as the number of cells in this puzzle? That couldn't be true either, surely. Well, you'll have to check. So, before I try this puzzle though, let's just quickly recap what's going on Patreon, where our monthly puzzle is out and is getting solutions in. People are enjoying it, which is great. That's very kind of them. The puzzle involves finding the next location in Chad Edwards' brother's scavenger hunt, which I hear is still going on, although he has solved this puzzle. Anyway, we had answers in since yesterday from Federico Cucaro, Alexander Tyson, Ben Cotter, Taylin Graham, Elias Karamallegos, and Dan Sloan. So congratulations to those. You don't have to send us the answer if you solve it. But if you do, I might read out your name. You never know. And thanks, of course, to Pete Craig for creating this puzzle, and to the mystery reader of the verse. And I'm going to tackle the puzzle now. Let's just check the rules, though. There is one rule that you may need to know. You may be able to identify that as well as normal Sudoku rules, we have thermo Sudoku rules. So along a thermometer, the numbers must increase in each step from the bulb to the end. But there is one extra rule that you may not know, and which I think is probably necessary to solve the puzzle, which is that the middle 3x3 box is a magic square. Lots of dark magic in Lord of the Rings, of course, and we have an appropriately situated magic square in the center of the ring. So in this square, each of the 3 rows, columns, and diagonals will all add up to 15, which is the number it has to be for a 3x3 magic square. So do give the puzzle a try on the link below the video, and I'm going to try it now. Let's get cracking. And we can always start in a magic square with a 5 in the middle. And if we've remembered anything from magic square knowledge, either on the channel or elsewhere, it is that the 5 is surrounded orthogonally by odd numbers, and then even numbers go in the corners, and that always has to be the case to make this work. Now, this one can't be a 9, so opposite we can't have a 1. This one can't be 3, and opposite we can't have a 7, but that's all we get straight away from the magic square. So let's have a look at the longer thermos. I think we've got 2 6-digit ones. So I saw Simon yesterday, as usual, criticizing my method with thermos of writing in all the possibilities, and it doesn't hinder me a jot in planning to do that. That one can't end in 9, so can wind it back, and in fact there's only 2 possibilities now for most of that thermo, given that that can't be a 3 or that, and that this can't be a 9. I don't think this one's going to be quite as constrained. Well, actually, maybe the 5 helps. Ooh, what's happened there? Maybe the 5 helps. Yes, I think that's going to... Oh no, it only helps for 1 or 2 squares. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can take 6 out of there. Okay, so I think those are the possibilities on the big ones. So actually, not all that helpful as far as I can see. So I may have to wind back to doing it Simon's way, which is effectively looking for things that are generated by the way the thermos work together and finding slightly cleverer deductions than the rather mechanistic approach I like to employ, which is mainly based on feeling the need for speed. But anyway, let's see what we can find. 9 in this box must be confined to one of those 2 cells, because 9, when it appears on a thermo, can only ever be on the end of it. Yeah, that also means that 1, which can't be in those cells, can't be in these. So 1 must be over here in box 1, and therefore on one of these cells in box 2, this one can't begin with 1 and can't end with 9. So it is a little, well, it's quite restricted. Yeah, down to 4 possibilities in each cell. That might help me. 7 here can't be in any of those or those, so it must be in one of those cells. Can't see a reason why it's not in it. It means it's not there. 7 up here is not so good. Oh, this is an interesting thing. Yes. I was going to say, if this is 2, then it must appear in those 3 cells, because it couldn't appear there and it can't appear there. But actually, even if it's 4, that's true, because then it can't appear here, because that's on the same thermo. So whatever this is appears up at the top here. The same's true for that. Ooh, it would be good to know what they are, which I don't yet. Oh, that can't be 5 either. How do we get something concrete to progress from? This does look like the most constrained thermo, so maybe it's worth just spending some time thinking about that. If this, for instance, was, well, if it was 2, we could fill that in as 1. If it was 4, we could fill the whole of the rest in. Similarly, if this was 7, we could backfill the whole of the thermometer, I think. Ooh, wouldn't it be good to know what that is? How can we find out? Oh, this same logic applies here, doesn't it? Whatever's in these 2 cells must be over here. Yeah, because 4, 5, 6 is not one of the candidates there, and 2, 4 is not one of the candidates there. Does it apply here? Not so. Not for that one. But again, whatever's here must be on this thermo. I don't know, is that... I can't see how that's as helpful as I'd like it to be. Oh, look, good grief, that 5's looking straight at that. Okay. I'm making a huge mystery of things which don't need to be a mystery at all. And I mean, maybe that's what you think of the channel in general. Now, that 8, that can't be there anymore. It's even more helpful in box 4 here, because 8 can't be there. It's not on the thermo. It must be on this thermo, and with 9 already in the box, 8 must be on the end. Now, down here, not so clear cut. 8 could be in either position, I think. Yeah, I don't see why that resolves anything. But now, 8 can't be on the magic square in the top corners because of that 8. Oh, 7 as well. I'll get to that in a moment. That means 2 can't be down here because of the 8 thing, because 2 is always opposite 8. Now 8's down here, 2 must be at the top somewhere. Now that 7 is ruling out 7 from there. That's really strong. That gives us a definite 159 triple across there. So this must be 357. But we don't know which way round they go, so it doesn't help resolve the corners yet. But 1 and 9 are both, 9 must be in one of those two. So this one can't be 9, and that restricts it restricts everything in those two cells. Not that helpful. 9 is now in one of these two. 1 can't be here, so 1 is here. 1 and where that hasn't sorted much out there. Now we said whichever this is of 5 or 6 appears here in one of these cells, and 7, 7 could be here. Ooh, it just feels like we're nearly there now. 3 and 7, that can't be 7. Ah, that can't be 7 because of the 7 up here. So 7 is placed in row 7. Which doesn't get much else done. This can't be 3 anymore because of the 3-7 pair looking at it. Now 7, 6, 3. 8 has to be on this thermo. Can't be in the first cell, as there must be 2 cells higher than it, so it couldn't be 8. That means 8 is over here, but again it could even be there with a 9 in the final cell of the thermo. Ah, now 5 is restricted down to these 2 cells in box 4, as it can't be there. That means it's in one of these 2. That's, yeah, 5's fine in either of those. That's not, again, getting much done for us. Right, what am I missing? I've missed that 5 looking at that cell for a long time, so I hope I'm not missing something else bad. 3 must be in one of these 2 because of the 3s that we have in columns 4 and 5. 6, no. This magic square is getting very close to helping us considerably. Right, 8 is in one of those and there, so 8 must be in one of those 2 cells. It cannot possibly be here because again we would need 2 digits higher. Still don't know what's going on the beginning of this thermo, or indeed almost anywhere on this one. If we could just get some sort of double or triple going somewhere, that might help. That 3, 4, 5 and that 4, 5, for instance. It's not oh, does one of these have to be a 4? No, 4 could be over the other side. Yeah, that doesn't quite get enough done. Let's see. This can't be a 1 because of that 1. And we can't have a 7 on it, so maybe it's a little bit restricted. 4, 5, 6, 8, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, that's beginning to look like a nascent quintuple or something like that. 7. 7 in this box cannot be in this cell because then nothing could get in between it and 8. So it's in one of those 2. That means this can't be 7. It doesn't really get anything done. 7 can still be there. Could this really be 7? We'd have 8, 9 would be absolute must as a result. 8, 9, 1. Yeah, it's okay. Now this one is as constrained as this one because it's got 1 looking at its start and an 8 in the box. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Ah, no, can't go higher than 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. But then this last one could be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. That is quite unconstrained. Oh, again, we're getting very close to a triple or quadruple here. Ah, and a 2, 3, 4 triple in the column, thanks to that being constrained. Right. Can we use that? This isn't 4 anymore. And that's great. Now with these two cells, they must be 5 and 6. Yes, that feels like a proper breakthrough. This one can't be 4. 6. Oh, it doesn't really sort this out. Does it look over here? Okay, it stops that being a 6, which stops that being a 5. It also stops that being a 6. Again, it really feels like we're getting close to something limiting very helpfully here. 1, 6, 7. So 8 must be in one of these two cells. Ah, oops, wrong marking. There we go. And 8 is in one of those two cells. So the 8 in column 6 must be in the center box, and there it is. And now we have sum of the magic square. 8, 5, 2 is a proper wing of the magic square, a proper diagonal that makes 15. Now the 2, I think it has to appear between the 9 and the 7. Yeah, 2 can't go with 1, you'd need a 12. 2 can't go with 3, you'd need a 10. So the magic square is, and I've written the wrong thing in straight away. No, I haven't. 7's right, and 9 there. So the magic square is complete now. 11, 15, 4, 3, 8. Yes, that works. 9, 5, 1. There we go. So the magic is done. That makes this a 3. I feel now we have a real handle on this puzzle. That's what it feels like. 5, 1, 8, 3, 9, 5, 1, 4, 3. That's not a 5. 6 or 7 there. So this has to be 8 now. 9, 5, 1, 8. Ooh. Okay, this can't be 8. That's probably not very helpful. 6, 7, 3, 2, 9, 4. Ah, where's 1 in this box? That 1 has ruled out all the positions that thermos don't rule out straight away, so that's handy. So 1 down here is on a bulb of a thermo, unsurprisingly perhaps. 8 is at the top. 7, 6, 3, 1. So, this can't be 9, and that's very helpful because that means also this can't be 8. So the 8 is here. That sorts out the 8 down here as well. Now this is a 1, 5, 6 triple. 1, 5, 6. 5, 8, 7, 1, 6. So we've got 2, 4, 3, and 9. Well, this has to be higher than 6. So it's 9. 2, 3, or 4 there. 2 or 4 here. That's quite low, especially as this can't be a 1. So we'll put a 4 there and a 2 here. This is 5 by Sudoku, 9 there. This one we know is a 2. That can't be a 2. This can't be a 5. So let's just get rid of the corner mark. So good progress on both of the long thermos. That now must be a 4 on the thermo. 2, 7, and 6 to go. So on the thermo, since they must ascend, we can limit that. Here, though, only a 6 is looking at it. Right, now up here, 3 and 4 can see that, so it's a 2. 5 can see that. These aren't very useful adjustments. 8 can't be there. 4 can't be there. 5 can't be there. Now this has to be, 8 can't be there. 1 can't be there. Gradually just ticking off bits rather than making big breakthroughs again. Now 8 definitely is on the thermo. 9 there says that that is not a 9. And that is useful because there's only one place left for 9 in the box, which is there. 4 is a must there. 2 and 3 are on the thermo. 6. 7 and 8 are a naked pair here. 9, 1, 6 in the box, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the column. So that's 7 and 8. 2, I don't know. Let's finish off at the top then. 6 and 9. Yes, we can finish them. 96, 8. Now, I haven't used this thermo at all. I haven't even tried yet. But I'm not actually still going to, because I think I've got other things to do. That can't be a 5 anymore because of the thermo. 4, 2, 3, 7. 1 is now here in the box. That means 1 must be on the beginning of the thermo. That fixes 1 in box 1. I think all the 1s are done. 1 ring to bind them all. This is a 5, a naked single now. 1, 7, 4, 2, 3 in the box. 6, 9, 8 in the row. 1, 7, 5, 6, 9, 8. So we've got 2, 3, and 4 to place in the row. Here, this can't be a 5, so this can't be a 6 anymore. That's a 9. We've got a 6, 8 pair. Still, that 4 on the thermo sorts out this 3, 4 pair. So now we have 4 and 5 to place here, which takes 4 out of those possibilities. The thermo doesn't help resolve anything there. So up here, 2, 5, that's 4 or 7. 6, 7, that's 3 or 4. Now on the thermo, that is very restricted, especially as that can't be a 2. So that sorts out what's going on the first 3 cells of the thermo. Now we have 8 and 9 to place here. Oh, that 4 has made the rest of the box pretty easy, actually. That 5 sorts out the 4, 5 pair. The thermo hasn't broken. We now need a 2 here. It's the only number smaller than 4 that we can fit into the column. 6 at the top has sorted out that 8, 6. That sorts out that 9, 8. Got a 3, 9 to finish off there. 6 and 7 here. 2 to start the thermo, unsurprisingly. That resolves everything here. We've just got columns 1 and box 7 to do now. 7 and 4 there. 5 and 3. The thermo still works. That's a relief. And there we go. That is the J.R.R. Tolkien puzzle from Pete Craig solved. Well done if you did that. Well done if you've done the Patreon monthly reward puzzle as well. And do remember to toast the professor if it hasn't reached 9 o'clock your time. And if you care about J.R.R. Tolkien, I have to say I'm not a massive fan myself. I've read the books, but they're okay. Well done, Professor, though. Anyway, thanks very much for watching and hope to see you soon again on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.